What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Okay, today we are going to talk about some grown folk business. Okay, we're going to talk about how to be mature and how to forgive someone and why we should, why it's important to forgive. Okay, forgiveness is a key element to unity. Okay, so if unity is your goal, you're in the game of unifying people. Okay, you might consider yourself like a starseed or a lightworker or just an overall good person. Okay, and if you do, then this video is for you, okay? So we're gonna get into it. But first, man, subscribe if you like the vibe. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's get into the video, okay? So, I cannot make this up. Today, I asked the Most High, what does the collective need to hear? I haven't pulled a card. I cannot make this up. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, and uprooting, okay? So that's gonna be the topic of today's discussion. We're gonna talk about why it is so important to forgive, okay? And you know what? I went above and beyond today. I even wrote the definition of forgiveness now because I didn't want to mess nothing up, okay? I wanted to be very clear and concise. I didn't want there to be any room for confusion, okay? We getting real clear up in here, okay? So, the definition of forgiveness is to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for a flaw or a mistake. Ooh, I felt that in my chest. Okay? Did you feel that? That hit home, okay? We live in a time, in 2021, and, you know, for decades now, for hundreds of years now, okay, we've been living in a very aggressive time, okay? A very triggering time, a very, fragile time, okay? To the point where it is so easy to take something personal. It is so easy to experience a bump in the road, a minor, extremely minor conflict with somebody, even somebody who you care about, but it could even just be a random person on the street. And it's so easy to take these little conflicts and internalize them to the point where we're now holding grudges and we're containing this resentment inside of ourselves, okay? And that really causes ourselves more harm than anyone, right? I think there's a saying where it's like, refusing to forgive or holding a grudge is equivalent to drinking poison and expecting the other person to die or something like that. I might have butchered that. That might not have been word for word, okay? But hopefully the message resonates, okay? The fact of the matter is that for our own selves, it is so important that we release any anger, any resentment of past conflict, past traumas, okay? Past arguments, past, I don't know. Fill in the blank. My mind blanked on that one, okay? But we're gonna continue. We're gonna move on, okay? And the fact is that, I was gonna say past pride. That's what it was. So past pride, okay? And here's the thing. Pride is the number one reason. Pride and ego, which kind of go hand in hand. They're holding hands, okay? They're in a relationship. They're buddies, okay? Pride and ego, okay, are the number one combined reason of why a lot of people don't apologize. A lot of people don't say sorry, okay? Because there's two parts of forgiveness. And that is from ourselves, right? So it's like if somebody does something to us, okay, we need to forgive and let bygones be bygones. But then there's also if we did something to somebody, ooh, yeah, a lot of people don't want to think about that. A lot of people don't want to look at their own actions and how they're affecting other people, right? And so, in order to be able to, if you're on that side, in order to potentially earn forgiveness, okay, or at least at the very least, do your part on your side of what you can do, it's important to apologize, right? And usually, if it's done correctly and if it's done sincerely and it's done with genuine intent, okay, when you apologize, you almost always get forgiveness, okay? I guess it just depends on how deep-seated the conflict was, okay? Hold on. My lips feel crusty. Okay, I can talk now. I know I'm a goof, I know. Okay, but back to the subject matter, okay? And the fact is that it is so important to not only forgive, but to apologize. So first and foremost, we're gonna talk about forgiveness, okay? We need to be able to understand that when somebody does something to us and we're not jiving with it, okay? It rubs us the wrong way, okay? When we don't like the way that we're being treated by somebody else, whether it was just a one little off instant, or maybe somebody has done this a couple times, or whatever the situation is, okay? It's so important to understand that we cannot take things personal, okay? Everyone is living in their own world. Everyone is living in their own reality, okay? And so when people do things, they're not always, sometimes they are, but most of the time, and especially if it's like a fleeting interaction, a lot of people aren't thinking about how they're affecting others. Sometimes if a highly evolved person might go back later and be like, okay, let's replay this. What did I do? What did I do? Right? Maybe yes, I could have done that a little bit better. And that's the type of person that's going to apologize, right? But we need to understand that most people aren't thinking about how they're affecting things or affecting people. And at the same time, everyone sees things differently, right? That's the beauty of being different expressions of source, right? We're all seeing things from our own unique perspective and our own unique reality. And so something that rubs one person the wrong way is not going to affect another person. And so like, for example, if you do something to me and it really bothers me, but on your end, that wouldn't have bothered you, you're not going to think twice about it, right? You're not going to think twice about it because from your experience and from your reality and from how you like to be treated, it means nothing to you. It literally means nothing. You know what I mean? Like somebody bumps you in the shoulder while they're walking past, just a random stranger. To someone, that might be a pure sign of disrespect, right? To somebody else, it's just like, oh, okay, they're in a hurry. They weren't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Moving along, moving along now, right? And so it just really depends on all of the factors involved. But it's so important to understand that we're not going to take it personal. Even if that person who bumped you in the shoulder was trying to be aggressive, okay, we're going to let it go. Well, we're going to hold resentment in our heart. We're going to lower our vibration down to anger, and we're going to stew on it all day, every day for the next week. And we're never even going to talk to that person again? No, I mean, that's ridiculous, right? So it's like for our own selves, we need to understand that forgiveness is so important. And I know it's really easy to forgive somebody bumping into your shoulder. You know, it could be something huge. It could be something major. It could be like you've been married for 5 years and then your wife goes and cheats on you with 5 different dudes and gets pregnant. I don't know. And then doesn't even know who the father is. And then tries to tell you that you're the father. And then, you know what I'm saying? It could be something extremely, extremely intense, right? It could be a big cluster fact, okay? F-A-C-K. It could be a big cluster fact of scenarios and situations, okay? So even in those situations though, we need to understand that hurt people. Okay, it's not personal. It's not personal. There's so many things that is going on inside the mind and the body of other people to the point where we really just, the best that we can do is try to understand that person and let it go. Okay, try to understand the situation for what it was and then release, right? And that's what forgiveness ultimately is, right? As the definition said, it's releasing anger, releasing resentment for somebody's mistake or flaws, okay? So for your own self, for your own sanity, for your own heart space, okay, I highly encourage you to let go of any resentment. Right now is the time to forgive. Right now is the time to forgive. Right now, in this moment, I'm not joking. As you're watching this, make a list. I know things are popping in your brain. Write them down so you don't forget. You're like, oh yeah. Write them down so you don't forget so that later you can set the intention. Maybe when you're praying, I don't know if you do that. You know what I'm saying? You can say, hey, Most High, help me, please. Especially if it was a big betrayal, you know, please, Most High, please help me forgive this person, these people for what they did to me, okay? I no longer want to carry this low vibrational energy and resentment and anger in my heart space. It's heavy, it's dragging me down. I want to let it go, right? So we need to make sure that we're actively doing this, okay? We're living in a constant world. The timeline never stops, okay? So you might have forgiven a bunch of people before, but a lot of stuff done happened since then. So you got to constantly continue to work on forgiveness, okay? Look, when you get really good at it, you'll be able to forgive in the moment. Somebody will do something to you in that moment. Somebody might get real loud in a conversation. You might see somebody get triggered, and you'll understand in that moment, hey, this has nothing to do with me. I can see, okay, I see what I said. I'm gonna be very careful not to I'm gonna tread lightly on that topic next time, because I see the way that it's hurting this person. And you know, if you really care about somebody, whether it's your fault or not, you don't want to hurt people, right? At least I hope you don't. If you're watching this video, you probably don't want to hurt anyone, okay? I'm going to give you that benefit of the doubt, okay? Because we're all about love on this channel. We're all about the love on this channel. But, what was I saying? Okay. Well, I done talked too much off topic and now I lost my train of thought. But I feel like we can move on to the next point, which is that if you're on the opposite side, okay? So instead of being the person who needs to do the forgiving, maybe you're the person who needs forgiveness, okay? This is where I think a lot of people mess up at, okay? Myself included. Nobody's perfect. We're all humans. We all make mistakes, okay? And that's the whole point, is that we can't possibly know everything that we do to hurt someone, okay, unless they tell us, right? And we can, and if it's something really obvious, if you cheated on somebody or you intentionally hurt somebody in some type of way, like, you probably know that wasn't the right thing to do, right? Regardless of the situation, it's very important to ask for forgiveness, right? To truly, genuinely, only if you mean it though, to genuinely apologize, okay? If you really care about somebody and you realize that your actions or your words hurt this person, okay, if you really care about them, talk to them. Let them know, hey, I'm so sorry. Can we talk about what happened the other day? Because I really care about you. And, you're my best friend. You've been my best friend for 10 years. You're my brother. We grew up together. We got the same blood, okay? If it's your mom, hey, Mom, I'm so sorry the way that I acted up at dinner the other day and I was accusing you, or, whatever the situation may be. It's so important to come, and don't wait for somebody to talk, don't wait for that person to bring it up, okay? Take the initiative, be proactive, and be aware, like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, okay? I know not what I do, okay? I'm a child. All I know is that I love you. Please forgive me, okay? From the bottom of your heart. Okay, you don't gotta be whiny like that. I'm just trying to be funny, but you get what I'm saying, right? So it's so important. If we want forgiveness, we need to acknowledge what we do to other people, what we say to other people. And sometimes, and it's really unfortunate, sometimes there are those situations where, like I said, you may not be aware, because again, it's all about perspective. Somebody said something to you, they might have been joking, you know what I'm saying? Or you might have made a funny joke about somebody, you were actually joking, but they might have took that to heart. You might have hit a little soft spot, okay? You might have hit a little insecurity without even knowing it, because they're so good at covering up their insecurities, right? You never know. You never know what's going on in the mind of somebody. So unfortunately, there are those situations where you might have hurt somebody and they don't tell you, but they're holding that grudge inside, and now they start treating you different. And you don't know what you did. Like, okay, what did I do? Now you're sitting here scratching like, okay, dang, what did I do? And the worst part about it is that you're such a genuine person, you would apologize. You would apologize had you been given the chance to apologize, right? And in those situations, unfortunately, if you're not able to apologize for whatever, maybe that person blocked you, maybe that person moved away to another state, what I'm saying? Maybe now you're grown. Maybe you're thinking back to all the times like, oh my gosh, that one time in 5th grade, I said that to so-and-so, and then they never talked to me again. And then they moved states. Their mom and their dad moved to Texas, and I'm never gonna see them again. Okay, in that type of situation, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to forgive yourself. Okay, you're gonna have to forgive yourself. You're gonna have to just be at peace with the idea that you may never get forgiveness from that person, or you may never hear forgiveness. That's another thing too. You never know. Somebody might have already forgiven you. That's the unfortunate thing. When there's no communication, we just don't know, right? That communication is how we know things, how we get something from one brain to another brain, okay? So if there's no communication, you never know. You may or may not receive forgiveness from that person. Maybe they've already forgiven you, maybe they haven't. But in those situations, you need to forgive yourself, okay? You need to understand, okay, hey, I did X, Y, and Z. I didn't mean to. I was never trying to hurt anyone. It all makes sense now that I'm grown, now that I am mature, now that I actually take the initiative to look inside myself and see why I'm not perfect. Okay, and how I potentially can be hurting other people, and I'm not the victim all the time. I'm not the one who's only being hurt. Sometimes I hurt other people. And in those scenarios, we just gotta forgive ourselves if we don't have the opportunity to get forgiveness from that person, right? And when we take the initiative as humans, all of us, okay, because like I said, sometimes we hurt and sometimes we do the hurting, okay? Sometimes we get hurt, sometimes we do the hurting. And in those situations, regardless of what side you're on, okay, we all need communication, and we all need to just accept that things happen, conflict happens, okay? This is a part of life, okay? Are we grown or are we not grown, okay? Are we understanding this? Sometimes things happen. We're human beings. No one is perfect. There's not a single human being that is perfect on this planet. I don't care how hierarchy, I don't care how divine of a being you are, okay? You are not perfect. You are still living a human life in a human body, a human meat sack with human experiences, with the limitations of human communication, okay? We can't read each other's minds. We're all a part of this world, okay? We're all in our own worlds, but still a part of this one grander scheme, this grander play, if you will, that is taking place, okay? We're all on the same stage, just trying to make sense of the same things, okay? So we should all put our pride down, okay? Put our defenses down, okay? Because if you're the one who does the hurting, okay? You might need to put that pride down. You might need to understand, okay, I'm not too proud to say sorry. I'm not too proud to admit when I was wrong and to apologize, and to communicate and let somebody know, you know, how I really feel, okay? If we're the person who gets hurt a lot, okay, we need to put our defenses down. We need to understand that not everyone is trying to hurt us. It's not personal. People are not trying, most people, believe it or not, are not going out of their way to hurt you, okay? So we just need to speak up and let them know, hey, you know, I don't really appreciate it when you joke about my hair. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't appreciate when you joke about that. I don't appreciate when you talk to me like that. I understand that you get mad, but I don't appreciate it when you raise your voice at me. Okay? It makes me feel like a little kid again, and I don't like feeling like that. I want to feel like we're both grown. I want to feel like we're both mature and we're both able to communicate regardless of our emotions. Okay? So whatever the scenario is, okay, whether you're the person who's done the hurting or whether you're the person who's been hurt, okay, and the reality is we are all both. We are all both of those, both sides of the puzzle, okay? It just depends on the situation, but we've all been on both sides, okay? So in that case, we need to realize, and we all need to just remember this. Look, next time a little conflict happens, I want you to remember this video. And I want you to say, hey, you know what? Mick told me what to do in this scenario. We're just gonna communicate, we're gonna forgive, and we're gonna let it go. We're not gonna take things personal, okay? I really hope this video helped somebody somewhere resolve a conflict. Okay, I hope some besties that was fighting for like 2 whole weeks, I hope they come together and they're just like, oh my gosh, bestie, I love you so much. I can't believe we let that bother us for 2 whole weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope somewhere out there's a marriage that can be reconciled. Okay, I hope there's a family member, a long family feud that could be healed from this. Okay, whatever the situation is, okay, I hope this video out there helps one person, at least one person, okay? With much love, okay? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Okay, like I said, it's time to put the defenses down, put the pride down, communicate, okay? We are all one. We don't need any more division in this planet. Right now, everything is being divided. All the people are being divided. We need unity. We need to come together, okay? We need to get over these little bumps in the roads of our relationships, okay? Regardless of what type of relationship it is. We need to get over this stuff. Okay, so that we can move forward, so that we can release resentment, release anger, release any low vibrational energy or emotions, okay? It's time to go up to the 5D, okay? It's time to go up, 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 raise the vibration, all right? And we're gonna start by doing that by having what? By having forgiveness. Yes, much, much love, man. If you made it to the end of this video, hit the like button, show your girl some reciprocal love. I would very much appreciate that, okay? If you like the vibe, go ahead and subscribe, okay? I know that's right. And you know what? Share this video to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't know how to talk to somebody. Just go ahead, send them this video. Send them this video. Yo, they're gonna get the hint. They're gonna get the picture, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys can have grown folk talk after you guys both watch the video, okay? Man, much love. I love you guys so much. Thank you once again. I will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.